I was very surprised to see so little hype around the Suzuki GSX-8S because from first impressions itself, I feel like the bike should have made a pretty big splash. For starters, there is the way the GSX-8S looks. While I generally preferred retro designs, I feel like Suzuki's absolutely nailed what a modern naked bike should look like. The proportions for the GSX-8S look just right. With its short tail ending right at the rear axle, the bike looks aggressive and sporty, tying in nicely with the rest of the bike's aesthetics. I mean, Suzuki's even managed to pull off a tasteful stacked headlamp design. I also like that they didn't go overboard with the color or decals this time, making this one of the rare times I actually like all three colorways being offered. The only thing I tweak about the look is maybe slap on a belly pan and a tail tidy, and it's basically good to go. Yep.
Motor 50,000 pakai bak.
No, the weird thing is this is with the brake light. So if you want to tail tidy and
kena beri brake light asing.
yes, correct. Then there's the 270-degree crank twin-cylinder engine that I've always loved because of how guttural they sound. Not that you'd be able to tell from how quiet the stock pipes are, but if you do get an aftermarket exhaust, this is the potential you'll be able to unlock. The way I see it, there are two main reasons why this bike seems to be flying under the radar. First is the fact that despite having a 776cc engine, the GSX-8S only makes a claimed peak power of 82 horsepower at 8500 RPM. And if you look at how much modern 650cc plus bikes can make these days, this number does seem underwhelming. But the GSX-8S makes up for its lack in peak power with a beefy 78 Nm of torque that comes in at just 6800 RPM. That makes for a really peppy ride around town. You can feel the brunt of this force when moving through traffic, and it also means you get plenty of acceleration in almost any gear at basically any speed. The only drawback is that you will feel a fall off in acceleration when you approach the upper range of the rev counter, which can feel a bit potong steam. What doesn't let down is the way this thing handles. It is confidence inspiring on the road and it feels great even at higher speeds, something I can't say about its cousin the V-Strom 800DE. V-Strom?
V-Strom, berat, susah nak maneuver, tayar depan besar, tapi power delivery nice.
Sama kan?
Nice.
Compared to this one is steady. It's
Super
like
heavy.
rock solid. Yeah.
Brake caliper standard sama je macam versus Kawasaki yang lain.
Tapi kan, I don't really like the feel. Enough lah for this bike for sure. But there's just not that much feel. I think if you change this to radial, right, it would be great.
The most impressive thing is the ni lah, low speed maneuver. So dia tak jittery sangat even though for two piston.
Suzuki's also packed this bike full of technology with traction control, ride-by-wire, low RPM assist, ABS, and a bi-directional quick shifter as standard. I will add one caveat here though, and that's that the quick shifter doesn't auto-blip on downshifts. I didn't even know that this was a thing because I always thought that for a quick shifter to work on downshifts, it needs an auto blipper. But neither the V-Strom nor the 8S that we tested had an auto blip. What this means is that it's actually really difficult to get it to downshift when you're off the throttle. You will have to give it some gas for the quick shift down to work smoothly, so I ended up just manually blipping the throttle during my rides. Ooh. Oh wow. Oh, this one
GPS pun.
This one aftermarket ni. Bukan 2 kit ke?
Ish, tapi bukan ni.
Tak.
Julai 24 tak ada space sangat. Nak letak USB pun tak ada. Ada lah.
Ada.
Dia letak aksesori. You could probably fit that there, yeah.
Since it's a naked bike, the GSX-8S is also very practical. You've got a nice upright seating position with your feet comfortably below you, which is great for commuting. Even the rear seat is good enough for an overgrown child in an adult-sized body, though there isn't really anywhere for you to hang on to. The GSX-8S then clearly has a lot going for it, so why isn't it more popular? Well, that's probably got something to do with the second and maybe main reason why: the price. With a sticker price of 50,800 ringgit, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. To be clear, I don't think that makes it a bad value buy necessarily, but for that price, it's very easy for people to take one look at its low peak power figure and dismiss it for something like the Yamaha MT-09 or Kawasaki Z900. But there is a silver lining here. As of this recording, a couple of Suzuki dealers, including Premium Sport Cycles, who were kind enough to let us spend about an hour with the GSX-8S, are offering up to a 10,000 ringgit cash rebate for this bike. And that, I think, is enough to convert the GSX-8S from a maybe there are better options for your money to what I think is a genuine steal.
Lepas tu dia punya bunyi dia
Too muted. Just aftermarket exhaust, bro.
aftermarket exhaust. Another RM5,000.